In the heart of the ancient world, two colossal empires faced off. It was a showdown between East and West, Rome and Parthia, each determined to dominate the crossroads of civilization. At stake, the city of Nisibis and control over the most strategic region of the ancient world. The year was 217 AD, and the Battle of Nisibis would become a pivotal moment in ancient warfare, marking the clash of two mighty giants that would echo throughout history. Before we dive into the epic battle, let's set the stage. The Parthian Empire, a powerful force from the Iranian plateau, had built an empire by uniting vast and diverse cultures under their rule. They controlled the famed Silk Road, and through trade and diplomacy, Parthia became a serious contender to Rome's power. On the other side stood Rome. By 217 AD, the Roman Empire was still powerful, but facing internal turmoil. Caracalla, the emperor known for his ruthlessness and ambition, was eager to prove himself and expand Rome's eastern borders. But Parthia wasn't a passive target. They had warriors trained to fight in vast deserts and a military style that was unconventional and difficult for the Roman legions to counter. Both sides were preparing for an inevitable conflict. Caracalla's ambition pushed him to provoke the Parthians, reportedly even requesting a marriage alliance with the Parthian king's daughter, which the Parthians saw as disrespectful. Caracalla's army marched towards the Parthian borders, sparking the flames of war. The Parthian king, Artabanus IV, wasn't about to let his empire be challenged without a fight. He raised an army that consisted of his famous cavalry, including the deadly horse archers and the heavy cataphracts, an elite unit of armored cavalry that had crushed many foes. The two armies met at the city of Nisibis, a strategic and fortified city that stood as the gateway to the eastern trade routes. Caracalla's forces were strong, disciplined, and determined. But Artabanus and his Parthian warriors were battle-hardened and knew the terrain well. As the Parthian cavalry charged, the Roman legions held their ground. The Parthian archers launched a storm of arrows that descended upon the Roman ranks, creating chaos and disarray. Despite Rome's famed discipline, the Parthian horse archers were an agile force, difficult for the Roman infantry to pin down. But Caracalla had underestimated his enemy. The heavy Parthian cataphracts smashed through Roman lines, and Artabanus's tactics were expertly tailored to outmaneuver the Roman formations. The Romans, not as familiar with Parthia's style of warfare, struggled to adapt, and morale began to waver. The Parthians pressed their advantage, pushing the Romans back, and soon the battle shifted in favor of Artabanus. The invincible aura of Rome began to shatter as they realized this wasn't just a skirmish, but a full-on defeat in the making. Ultimately, Caracalla was forced to retreat, and the Romans tasted bitter defeat. The Battle of Nisibis was a triumph for the Parthians, showing that Rome could be outmatched by a skilled and determined foe. It was also a stark reminder that the Parthian Empire was not a land to be conquered easily. This battle had lasting impacts. While the Romans and Parthians would continue to clash, Nisibis marked a high point in the long-standing rivalry. It showed the ancient world that the Parthian Empire was a formidable power with a unique and deadly fighting style. So what made this battle so significant? It was not just about territory, but about pride, strategy, and the power struggle between two great civilizations. The Battle of Nisibis highlights the complexity of ancient warfare and the intricate strategies that shaped the course of history. This battle showed that Rome, despite its strength, was vulnerable, especially against a determined and skilled adversary. Thanks for joining us on this journey back to 217 AD. If you enjoyed this deep dive into ancient warfare, hit that like button and subscribe for more epic historical battles. Until next time, keep exploring the past and discovering the legacies that shape our present.